now. Muta's coming from the back, but Lass is not getting pincered just yet. Lass's army, though, if you look on the mini-map, it looks like Zero has surrounded Lass's army. He's moving for a massive pincer attack now. Massive pincer attack coming from Zero, doing huge damage. Looks like Lass managed to retreat a few of his units. No, not even that. Looks like Lass's army is completely wiped out in the middle. Nice attack from Zero. Lass is building 3 control towers now. Going for triple science vessels? I have no idea what Lass is doing in terms of air units this game. He's brought 6 Raves out that would be useful for killing overlords. He's not researching Cloak. He's probably building dropships, I guess. I don't think he has a science facility. These Raves will be very... He's using the Raves to kill lurkers. That's pretty clever. I like that. The Raves should be able to take care of these mutas, too. Now, that's pretty clever using a Wraith to kill lurkers, but the element of surprise, you need to seize that initiative. You need to keep attacking the lurkers, for instance, right now, and not sort of move your Wraiths around like that. Drop just coming out from Lass. Maybe what Zero's hoping to do is use the Wraiths to cover dropships and attack one of these bases with a massive infantry army. That's not necessarily a bad move. Zero, seeing all those Raves, has put down spore colonies all over the place at his 5 o'clock base, which would not protect him from infantry drop like this. So this could be a pretty clever move by Lass. We'll see, though, what exactly he intends to do. Zero has a sizable army in the middle of the map. He needs to... He's trying to use these lurkers to delay the push coming from Lass here. Lass moving in dropships. The Raves are engaging the mutas, destroying most of the mutas. The dropships are coming. Discourage managed to take down one of the dropships. Only one of the dropships managed to drop. I thought he had 3 starports, so he built 3 dropships, but he only built 1. That drop was a complete fiasco there. Complete failure from Lass, and that failed drop and the failed attack, I think. And Lass suiciding his Raves into spore colonies. Yeah, that's real good. This shows the caliber of player that Lass does not have the sufficient multitasking to be a top level player. That's kind of sad. He is a rookie, though. He hasn't played that many games. I think he's played 40 games. That's not that new, but certainly not a very experienced player. Kind of disappointing, though. Now Lass moving his Marines, that's not going to work against 5 lurkers like this. Lass has gotten a few science vessels out, but Zero feels confident enough to put down an expansion at the 4 o'clock position. So at this point, with his failed Wraith strategy, Lass has invested significant resources in the dropships and the Raves, and he's done absolutely nothing with them. So Zero has once again taken firm control of this game. I mean, I thought there might be some very clever play here coming from Lass, but it's disappointing to see that it was not executed very well. I thought the purpose of the Raves was to kill lurkers. That'd be pretty clever, you know, scan, use the Raves to kill the lurkers, then barrel your Marines up the ramp. Pretty clever stuff, but not quite what he was doing. I also don't know why he went for the dropping domain. I guess he was hoping to do more damage. Looks like Zero spot this new drop coming. And he's got plenty of Lings in position. This is going to be a complete fiasco yet again from Lass, having no luck with his drops, losing one of the drop ships. It looks like Lass has managed to use his Marines to clear out most of the Lings, but with these 2 lurkers coming, I don't think he's going to do much. Lass does have a dropship with Mega Marines. He's loaded them up and he's dropping them near the... He's not dropping them yet. He might drop them, yeah, near the... extractor, but there are just too many Zerg forces in the area, and it's not going to matter. Interestingly enough, I mean, I think some of these ideas are necessarily bad coming from Lass. I like to see innovation, new play. I just think that he just losing a science vessel to Scourge like that, that's real impressive. Looks like Zero's massed up a huge army. He's got the Filers, Lurkers, plenty of Lings. Very sizable army. He probably has he even has a few Hydras joining the mix. I thought there might be Ultralisk cavern going down, I was going to say, but I haven't seen that yet. Not sure why he has Hydras in the mix. Actually, keeping a few Hydras in the mix can be very good. to kill science vessels, for instance. Another drop coming from last. He keeps dropping the same place over and over again. Zero's wise to this. I mean, he's done zip damage with his drop so far. Looks like Last is moving his Marines, cleaning up a few of these lurkers here. I don't think Zero's going to mind too much. Zero has a significant army advantage, I feel, at this point. With some clutch swarms and good lurker placements, he can wipe out Last's army and then march into the main. Last does have 3 dropships, though. Huge drop he could potentially do. Looks like there might be a clash in the middle of the map here. Last is desperately running his medic marines, trying to get back to his natural. Zero coming from the north with lurkers, lings all over the place. Last desperately retreating, doing a very good job, managed to retreat his forces, saving a good bulk of them. Irradiate going off on some of the defilers. Looks like Last has a big army of dropships coming. One gets picked off, but there are still 2 dropships, and I do not know what Zero has. Oh, okay, Zero has a Nidus. He's got a Sunken, he's got defilers and lurkers coming. He's got troops pouring out Nidus, and this drop. Oh, Plague all over this Marines. That's sick. That's absolutely sick Plague there. Once again, Last did nothing with his drop. He's bringing this dropship. That's just got to be a mistake there, suiciding his dropship into the Hydras. So Last's drops have been completely useless this game. It's not like he doesn't necessarily have the right ideas, just his execution has been very poor on it. You need to like feint an attack or something and then do a drop. It's rare that, or use the Raves for instance early on to pick off these overlords that are all over the place, get rid of the scouting network for Zero. All these little things is what you need to do. Finally putting down his 3rd expansion. Last is, but Zero has been operating on 4 gas for quite a few minutes now, and he's got 3 evolution chambers, upgrading everything. I think, yeah, Zero's coming in with a massive attack in the middle with Hydra's lurkers all over the place, and Last just cannot fight this army. Zero's army is absolutely massive compared to Last. Last only has like a dozen medic marines left. Is retreating to the north, but they're just going to get boxing. The one thing Last does have is a huge number of a huge number of science vessels, though. Last coming in for a suicidal attack here at the 4 o'clock. But science vessels are not going to be able to stop this massive army, I feel. Zero barreling down the natural of Last, and Last does not seem to have anything in position to defend. The science vessel is getting off some irradiates, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Zero, this is what I mean. Zero has a force in position at that natural expansion, but they haven't attacked, so certainly not perfect game from Zero, but he did outplay Last, I feel, considerably. Last had some good ideas, but he was unable to execute them properly. And I thought the idea with the Rave was actually pretty good. He could use them to kill overlords, use them to kill lurkers, all sorts of clever things. Ultimately, he didn't use them to do anything except escort his medic marines, which was not the way to go. Anyway, moving on to game 5. STX is now down